Welcome back, Screaming Firehawks, Season 4, Episode 5 reaction. We finally back at it. Now, getting into this episode, I just want to say, because leading up to this season, I should say, there were a lot of comments, there were a lot of people that I spoke to that have previously watched the show that said Season 3 is the apex of the show. It's out of this world. It's amazing. That's my favorite personally from what I heard from other people. So in the back of my mind, I was a little scared that I might not like or love the show as I came to love it in seasons 1 through 3. But that hasn't been the case. I've already said it this season. I've enjoyed the changes made thus far, whether it be the characters, whether it be the cinematics, and specifically in the last episode, it felt very telltale-y. And some of you guys will get that reference right off the bat, but I haven't played the video game for the Expanse yet, Telltale Games, but there were a lot of moments to me that are questions or crossroads for characters in last episode that were heavy-hitting. And I'm not sure what decision I would have made in that point. And so I'm curious to see how things play out, whether it be for James Holden knocking out Moultrie at the end of last episode and leaving him on the ground alive. You know he's going to be up to some dirty deeds, come back and try and get his revenge in some type of way. I don't know how it'll be, but we'll see. You got Bobby deciding to join up with the detective. I forget his name, the dirty cop, after she got snitched on by the union worker. I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know if she's got something in the back of her mind. Obviously, I wanted her to join up with Christian, but she's got this loyalty to the Martians, which I completely get. But I wonder if, obviously, she's not going to be out here just breaking the law and doing bad for her people. Maybe to an extent if it uplifts them in a certain way, but I think she's got some type of motive or incentive for some other reason to rebuild the status that Martians were known to have. So we'll see what comes of that. And then we got Kamina Draper deciding to side with what's the name of the two factions? Black Sky, Golden Bough. I think I'm getting them right. I forget the third name, but she said it was basically to diffuse a possible civil war between the two factions if she went against them. But I wonder if there's any incentive for her to keep Marco alive for the sake of finding or getting more answers about Philip, Naomi's child, because he answered slightly in the way Marco likes to answer, answering without answering. And I love his character so far, by the way, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. But in that moment, I'm not sure which road I would have taken, because like they said, he could cause a whole bunch of trouble and possibly get away with it. Like he could, I don't even know what he's capable of, but he's got a silver tongue, a golden tongue. And they put themselves in a tough position, as well as him, because if he breaks this promise or this verbal treaty, everybody's going to be on his ass like they already have been up to this point, I guess. So not new territory for him. But I like the direction that this show is heading. And by the way, we still haven't seen Miller for the last couple episodes. So I'm wondering if we'll bring him back into the fold and see what he's been up to. So let's stop talking about it. Get into this episode. Episode 5. Let's do it.
Careful. This powerful stuff.
You said that remote even...
Oh, the flashback to the setting the charges?
They're here. 10 hours early.
No, leave it.
We have to remove the charge. The drive will set it off.
They need us.
At least blow it now before they land. Give them a chance to pull up.
Oh, she tried to stop it.
That is what I say it is. Whatever happened, therefore.
Okay, so she's not completely at fault. Oh, damn. Even though she admitted to it last episode.
No!
Damn. And this specific realization makes things so much more cloudy for Murtry, for me, as a character, because obviously his motivations are somewhat justified, even though he doesn't know the truth.
Guess this means we made it.
Welcome to the Rocinante.
Nice. We got a new team member.
You're okay. I'll be fine.
Damn. Naomi looked mighty healthy compared to the end of last episode.
But Holden will take care of it.
That's right. Holden's not gonna let anything happen to them. I promise.
Got faith in Holden. In Holden we trust.
Yeah, then there was this place on Titan. You know, I used to go there when I was in training. They had
Damn,
this
man,
grilled
Mos, he's
corn
still
with
tight, huh?
garlic butter, you know?
I do not.
Yeah, garlic butter, and they had these sides, these green sides. I don't know what they were. They kind of look
Wait
like...
outside until you're relieved. I'll watch this one.
You know, in a different context, this could be kind of fun.
Yeah, I bet you like him all
Come
tied up.
on. Don't be mad.
Trade places with me and then we'll talk about it.
Don't be an asshole. I saved your life out there.
Maybe.
Oh, really? You think you could take on all my men by yourself?
I had a shot.
You're so fucking weird.
That goes with both of you.
Settlement's in lockdown. No one outside their quarters unless Chief Murtry says so.
I don't give a fuck what Murtry said. Where's my crewman?
Module 7.
Damn. Everybody know not to mess with Holden.
Sir.
Don't kill her. She just hasn't figured out her boss is a dick.
You stay out of it.
Hey, give me the key and walk away.
Hey, Mons, you know you don't need that damn key. Just rip that shit.
Fuck that.
Captain Holden, you left
Slow on the
before we
draw.
finish our talk.
Cut him loose. We need to get everyone off the surface before something even worse shows up.
You're saying we need to evacuate?
Yes, immediately.
I acted against terrorists who'd killed innocent people and were planning further acts of violence, but I'm the bad guy.
He's right.
Even your friend here assaults me and my people, but I'm the bad guy. Maybe I've just got that kind of face.
That is true. That's why they casted your ass.
Get everyone round up. This evacuation is real, but you and I better be the last two people on their shuttles.
Understood.
We all know she gonna join up with the Ross and Nantek crew before the end of this.
Madam Secretary, why did you approve the higher grain allotments for the European Shared Interest Zone?
The grain allotments haven't been adjusted.
Relax your shoulders.
To relax everything.
This is a waste of my time. Who the fuck cares about any of this?
The people.
No matter where the
This is
debate
important.
leads, we need you to come off as more approachable, nurturing. The caring family matriarch. It tested me.
Get the fuck out.
Yep, that's the exact attitude she looking for. I love Christian though.
Do you know what happened to them? Lucia's on my ship, and my ship is in orbit. She's safe.
And Felcia, was my daughter with her?
I'm sorry, I haven't seen her.
Oh, she probably all fixing something.
This settlement and everyone in it would be dead. You're not only because a torpedo from my ship was able to kill it, but the next thing could be a lot worse, and there will be a next thing.
You have no way of knowing that.
He actually does.
We need to get...
Was this RC's plan all along?
No, it was mine. Don't make this a fight.
I don't know if you're using Murtry or he's using you.
Damn.
But if we leave, they'll never let us come back.
I get why they're so bunkered down and tied to it. I can't blame them, but he's right. Hey, this is the first thing they've been able to call their own.
You might want to get that checked out. Squatter camp hygiene makes for all sorts of nasty infections.
Just stitches.
Dr. Okoye.
What is that? Some type of poisoning?
I want to hear about this alien technology. Every detail.
Because you'll be able to understand it in this crash course. That damn ship is beautiful. Look at her. She just needed to be in space.
Your boss, Murtry, was shooting at me not long ago.
He's not my boss. And he's kind of an ass. I'm just looking to fill some gaps in the data from when we orbited to the far side of the planet. I can send you the coordinates.
All right, send them along.
This is one of those characters I want to say I want him to be a regular, but I know as soon as I say it, it's not gonna happen.
I want to talk to my wife. Where is she?
Oh, hey, Jacob. Yeah, she's here.
And she is all right.
I didn't ask if she was all right. I said I need to talk to her.
Okay, cool your jets there, friend. I'll transfer you over.
Felcia, our daughter. Tell me you know where she is.
Jacob, I don't. Maybe she here when the shooting started. I'm sure she...
I have been every place.
Murtry, he said...
What? What did he say?
Nothing specific. When he was telling me to surrender, he talked about you.
He did.
And
I don't think he had time to coordinate anything like that.
It's
No.
true, you were part of that.
we were just trying to put them off. Slow them down until we could get a load of ore out.
Get some money, hire a lawyer, maybe. No one was supposed to get hurt.
God damn it, Lucia. How could you be so stupid?
I wasn't stupid. Someone had to be strong.
Damn.
And I wasn't? I wasn't strong enough? Because I didn't want to bring the killing to this planet? Like Coop and his opiate dog?
Stop!
You don't get to tell me when to stop. You ran away. My daughter is missing. Now they're going to round us up like cattle and take us away.
Damn. Even something this small, like in this scene, so good with the writing because it feels so real in terms of an argument.
All these terrible things you've done.
They didn't save us.
Yeah. She's another phenomenal actor too.
All they did was destroy the only thing we had left.
Look at the emotion in her face. So good. Uh-oh. Did she just pass out? Her reaction was weird. It almost looked like she gave into it, or she just knew it was coming. I don't know what that was. That was weird. No, they about to jump these two dudes. I feel sorry for y'all.
Oh, my Erta sweethearts.
What the fuck do you want?
Hey, I knew it was coming. Go ahead and take it back.
I've been going through everything that happened. The bugs that showed up exactly when you did. The lightning, and the way you happened to be exactly where the lightning started.
Oh my goodness, Sherlock Holmes.
It's just
complicated. Need to know. None of my business. Enough of that shit. You are connected to this, and you are withholding information.
You guys are backed into a corner. Tyler.
And yeah, there are some things I've kept to myself.
Some things, he said.
Well?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Were those gunshots?
Oh my goodness, not again.
Let them go right now! Fuck these assholes! Just shoot them!
Oh shit, a whole standoff.
Does he want you to see the inside of his head? Don't make me ask again.
You ain't gonna see inside of nothing. This is gonna be particles.
I feel like this is exactly what you hoped would happen.
I'd love to have come to a peaceful resolution.
A martyr at heart.
But then they took 2 RCE employees hostage, and keeping them alive is my job.
We'll get your people back. Don't even think about using this as an excuse for a massacre.
But I am going to gas every belcher in the camp. Anyone I find with a gun is going to be disarmed and restrained, and the rest will be kept sedated until they can be taken up to their ship and sent on their way.
Damn.
I would ask if you have any objection, but I honestly don't give a fuck.
I feel bad laughing at that because there's some evil shit, but he's right. He's right. He's just trying to get shit done at this point.
Tonight's debate will be town hall style with questions selected by a non-partisan committee from around the world. We ask the candidates.
Hey, if this was a fashion contest, she went in hands down.
The existence of alien life gives us, all of us, unimaginable opportunities. And I think the real danger of Eros is that we only react to it from fear.
She's a very good speaker and very personable in terms of like open mannerisms and all that. I'm curious to see how she does.
I was in the situation room during the Eras incident.
Good.
And as I recall, the real danger was that it was about to kill everyone on Earth. I helped avert that disaster. And afterward, I brought to justice the men who weaponized the proto-molecule. You ask how I would protect Earth from another Eris incident? And here is my answer. The same way I did last time.
You know I don't want to do this at gunpoint, but I have to do something.
Metri has no right making them leave, and neither do you.
If they die here, it's on me.
I can't say that he doesn't have a right because they killed people.
Don't decide for them. Tell them the truth, and let them decide for themselves.
You can.
You know, I used to be the one saying things like that.
They're rubbing off on her.
So, go be you.
They ground each other. It's beautiful.
Hey, I don't know if you're hungry or nothing, but post-op, you gotta eat, right? So, I took it upon myself and made you a little broth.
I was hoping he said lasagna.
Lock override.
Yeah, all right, I'm not trying to intrude upon you or nothing. I just thought you might enjoy a little.
Damn.
Nail me!
She's got no more blood left in her.
I was wondering how fast it would be to completely drain her.
Okay.
It's gonna be painful for her.
I'm sorry. I got it's full of blood. I can't see anything. Lucy, listen to me. I need your help, okay? I've never done this before.
No, don't tell her that.
Help me, please.
No, don't help me.
She like saying she deserves to die for what she did?
Do not make me tell your daughter I had to let you die. Fucking tell me what to do!
Suction, won't that? Suction. Will she just pass out?
Listen, the infusion's working. You just gotta stop the bleeding now.
So what are you supposed to do? Like cauterize it?
I can do this.
Oh, don't!
Sorry.
You don't have to!
Come on, man. Nice. Thank goodness for technology. It gave him a target and everything.
Hey. I got it. Got it.
Nice, nice.
You stay with her.
You're gonna be all right.
Come on, see, you got the daughter to get to.
Sorry I yelled at you.
I can't even die right.
So yeah, she did kind of just give into it.
Nice working on the same side for once.
Fuck that. I'm not gassing anybody on Mercury's words.
Oh, so him and...
I just don't want to see you get shot over this.
So what's that gonna be like? Him holding and Mercury at a standoff? What's gonna happen?
I'm unarmed!
Oh shit.
What's he doing?
Being Holden.
Being him.
What do you want?
I want to talk.
I've been on the basic rules since I was...
Holden got a future in politics.
It's a little strange to have a member of the political aristocracy lecture me about connections. Tonight, it's the first time she's ever interviewed for a job.
Oh, she taking low blows now. She losing. She knows it.
But my opponent has asked what happened to the person whose place I took. George, would you stand up, please? George Cantor was my first alternate. When I got my appointment at the regional government, I hired George to work with my policy research team. He now runs it.
Whoa.
My second alternate was a woman named Lee Fan. She has become my top security consultant.
They all in the crowd.
My third alternate was Christoph Heimer. Sadly, he died of an overdose and never got off the rolls. 6,000 people fight for one slot. And we say anyone can make it. Any one of those 6,000. Not 2. Not 10. Certainly not everyone. We all know the system's broken. We all just want a chance.
100%.
We aren't afraid.
God damn, she kind of convincing me a little bit.
Not
She
just the
good. She
colonists
good.
and farmers and engineers. The people of Earth have talent and drive.
That whole top student thing is kind of stupid. Imagine what the top 10 would do together.
We need you to come with us right away.
Until further notice. Alert de sécurité.
Archangel secured. Exiting now.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Can you not see where I am?
We have a security situation.
Shit.
Even in here?
We are experiencing a minor failure in our computer systems. It has affected our comms and drive controls. We are working to correct it. We have children on board.
This message was sent 10 minutes after it went off course. We haven't been able to raise them since.
How long before we have to make a decision?
If we kill it now, there's a 3% chance the debris field will compromise our strategic defenses. The longer we wait, the more that goes up.
Or maybe we blow up a ship full of innocent civilians who just called for help.
Uh-oh. This could do wonders for your numbers.
The drive signature on record also matches a colony ship called the Sojourner.
The one the Belter said was lost to scrap?
Kill it. Destroy the ship immediately.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, there go another one of them telltale decisions. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna play out.
This supposed attack never should have happened in the first place. If we were supporting colony ships instead of stranding them out where they're easy prey for piracy, it wouldn't have.
It was bad timing. It could have happened to anyone.
But it didn't happen to her.
How are you feeling?
Weak.
Do you mind if I come in?
It's your ship.
Still don't look as bad as Naomi did last episode.
I didn't deserve to be saved.
Deserving isn't really the issue.
Maybe it should be.
It's funny. I was just talking with Holden about letting people make their own choices. Even if you don't agree with them.
I wonder if they'll connect because of the kid died.
I was young and in love with a boy who had a crazy plan. He had a way to insert them into inner ships. Then we could turn off the drive, leave them on the drift, rescue them for a price later. That was the story he told me. The first one we tried was the Augustine Gamara.
I know that name.
It was the one that blew up in the docks at Luna. Because the man I loved, the father of my child, used my code to overload the reactor. We killed 516 people, and he meant to do it again.
At the end of the day, Marco, unless he's changed, can't be trusted at all.
And when I told him I'd never help him again, it was the last time he let me see my little boy.
If there's a moment where she comes back into contact with Philip, I don't know how I'm gonna react.
I know there's already been bloodshed and both sides have
I
lost
didn't lose
people.
anyone. I've got 2 of mine at gunpoint in that.
Everybody in the show has become a phenomenal talker, including Amos.
I haven't told any of you the truth, and if I had, maybe you'd understand the larger issues at play and you wouldn't be wasting time over this territorial bullshit. As soon as the gate opened, I started being contacted by a man I knew who died on Eros. The proto-molecule was somehow projecting him into my brain.
You're infected by the proto-molecule.
No, but I'm in contact with something. It wants to reach its creators, but the things that it was supposed to report to are gone. They were killed.
This person in your head that no one else can see told you that.
I had a vision when I was inside the ring station.
Oh, the ghost didn't tell you, but the vision did. I can see why you didn't tell anyone.
It's funny that it's only the RCE agent saying something right now. Everybody else is kind of going along with it.
That thing in his head is giving him answers.
Oh, he's just a crazy person with a few
So
lucky
much for
guesses.
that.
I believe whatever I'm in contact with is turning on all the old technology here to try and understand what happened to its creators, and I don't think it's going to stop. I'm not even sure it can stop.
You're saying these alien artifacts are responding to something that you're doing. Is there any way we can use that to control them?
I don't know.
We're not giving it up.
What happens if you leave? If you're in contact with it, why don't you just go?
What if it goes haywire once he goes?
Version of this, where we abandon our charter and we leave these squatters and murderers in possession of this planet.
You're nothing but thieves. You came here to steal everything we built.
It's not happening.
That went terribly. Is that something heating up? What's going on?
Oh my God.
Talk to me, Alex. Oh my goodness. Is that something from the ship? Wait, don't be the end of the episode. Oh my goodness, bullshit. I don't know, but I'm assuming that was something from the shrapnel of the ship that Christian just shot down. No, that's my assumption. Unless something fired back at him, I don't know, but I need clarification. Because I'm not gonna watch this next episode right now and a bullshit cliffhanger. Great cliffhanger, but bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna watch these credits. I'm gonna scan over the episode real quick, make sure I don't forget any talking points, and then we'll discuss the episode for a brief second, couple minutes. Make sure you stay tuned for that. See you in a second. Okay, so another phenomenal episode, another phenomenal cliffhanger. And you know I hate them in the moment, but as far as building anticipation for the next episode, they're freaking phenomenal. So that was great. Now let's get into this. I'm gonna scan over this timeline just to talk about each point for a second. Right off the bat, we got into a little bit of a flashback with Lucia and the whole crew, and what happened with the ship being shot down, basically. So it turns out they were just trying to steer them off course, stop them from landing. They got there early. She tried to stop it, and he said, screw it, it's their fault, they deserve it. And that whole thing unfolded. So a little bit of redemption for her, even though she's still taking accountability for it and beating herself up pretty heavily, especially at the end of this episode. I don't know how long it's going to take her to get over that. She got a pretty lengthy and in-depth talk or one-on-one with Naomi. They bonded a little bit, so I imagine she's going to turn the corner. I could be wrong. She could just say screw it, but I think the fact that she has a daughter, at least I think she's okay at this moment, will keep her on the straight and narrow. Or even if she's not okay, that might motivate her to, I don't know. We'll see. But a lot of things could come of that in her entire situation. Interesting. Let's see how that plays out. Amos had a somewhat small role in this episode. Holden doing his thing once again. I love seeing, and it's been incremental throughout every season, throughout the whole series, where he's taken a step forward in terms of being a leader. in every scenario, it's not just necessarily that he has the answers for everything. He might bounce off Naomi, he might bounce off Amos, he might bounce off of Alex, he might bounce of Fred Johnson. It doesn't matter who he bounces off of, but he gets the answers one way or another, or he finds a way to control a situation. He might team up with Christian. It doesn't matter. He's very good at being a leader on his own right, but when he doesn't have the tools to be the leader that people need, he is very resourceful and has the right team around him for him to step up to the plate. And they've developed his character masterfully, and I love seeing that evolve throughout the course of this. And it happened again. His one-on-ones with Moultrie, and even with, I said Moultrie, Murtry. Even with their interactions, Murtry is a calculated, but at the same time, in my opinion, very volatile character. And him and Amos, since they're sort of similar, they kind of butt heads. But even with Murtry and Holden, and speaking to Holden's development, I don't know how their interactions would have unfolded in the past, but now the way that he is, you can see that even Murtry has a certain level of respect for him that has them kind of working in conjunction to figure out this whole situation. So I like how that's kind of coming forth and things are coming to play out. So I don't know if that's going to change when you see Murtry's gears kind of turning in the aspect of he's asking Holden basically straight up, so you can control these alien artifacts, and you can tell he wants to utilize that or weaponize that in some type of way. So he's gonna keep probably working in the background to see if he could do something in regards to that. But as of now, he's playing the field, and they're gonna work together a little bit. Whether he's gonna be able to fully convince these people to get on this ship and leave this area of their resources, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna stay, and especially, I don't know if it's broadcast, because the whole thing with Christian and the call she just made, shot down the ship. I think debris just hit the planet, hit Earth, and or something shot back at them. But regardless, I feel like if these Belters find out that that ship was shot down, they're gonna be even more gung-ho or in terms of deflecting and not wanting to get on the ship, or even trusting anybody from Earth, Holden, or just anybody in general. So I think they're gonna stay put. Who knows what that means? If that means Holden stays put, if that means Murtry stays put and everybody is just at a standstill, I have no clue. Christian's numbers are falling in this political race. I think it was 53-47 last time we saw. So we'll see what happens with that. And I imagine they're going to drop dramatically in the aftermath of what just happened, or what I think happened. So we'll see what happens there. The training for Christian was interesting. The dynamic between Lucia, I have no clue what happened to the daughter. I don't remember the last time I saw the last time I feel like we saw her was when she said she wanted to go to school for a scientist or something an engineer, something in the field, similar to what Naomi does. I think she wants to be Naomi, essentially. I don't know if she got in with the REC and she's maybe in communications or making networking in some type of way, or they pulled her in to kind of entice her away from Lucia as a ploy. I have no clue where she could be. I don't know if she just ran off because her mom was so strict on her or strict with her. I have no clue. So we'll have to wait and see what comes of that. But hopefully she's okay. Holden, the scientist, asking a bunch of questions. She's finally kind of getting them from Holden. Naomi looks good. It's good to see her back to good health, and it was rather quickly. Again, something that constantly happens, but I always have to give it praise for. The show does not waste time when it comes to resolving things. It doesn't make you it doesn't waste minutes, it doesn't waste seconds. It gets on to the next point in any way it can to advance the story or the plot line. And I love that. I respect the show because so many shows do that, where they draw it out. This goes back to my childhood days watching Dragon Ball Z, and 20 episodes later, you're still on the ship to Namek. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you watch Dragon Ball Z. But I love the fact that we get straight into it, resolve it, and move on to the next so quickly in the show. And I don't think I'll ever. Maybe you guys can name one, recommend one that does it this well and doesn't waste any time, but I don't know, because I hate to just blame creativity, or maybe it's just the fact that companies just want money. And this show was so up and down in terms of funding, and this was just a love project or book that these writers were able to put together, and they stuck true to their guns, and it shows on screen. So I don't know if I'll see another show like it, but I'm going to respect this one and appreciate it while I have it, because we got 2 more seasons, I think. So, again, bouncing or piggybacking off of that, the relationship between Lucia and her husband, and the arguments, and just the dichotomy of how they're dealing with the situation felt so real, so true, and that bounces off of every conversation that we see play out in the show. But that one was very good, especially with 2 newer characters that we don't necessarily have an attachment to yet, but we understand. I love it. Mercury, another character. I said at the beginning of the episode, he's kind of crazy, but there's also justifications for what he's doing, even though he didn't necessarily know that when he first started doing and massacring people. The fact that in this show, every season, we have an adversary, or even from a previous season, Anderson Dawes, whether it be Fred Johnson or whoever, where you're not so sure about, it gives you reason to pause and consider why they're doing the things they're doing, because everything is believable and their characters are just so well written. So I'm just kind of gushing and showing a bunch of appreciation, but for a show like this, it deserves it. Lucia, like I said, she's struggling, but I think she's going to be on the straight and narrow after this episode. The political race, I don't know how that plays out, but it's not looking good for Christian at this moment. Obviously, you knew, for show's sake, for just dynamic, you know that it's going to be up and down for Christian. It's not just going to be a clear-cut win, or she might just flat out lose. We'll see, but I'm looking forward to how that plays out. And I'm not a person, it's funny, because when it comes to politics, I don't really care about them, because there's so much BS that's tossed into the mix, and it's not just politics necessarily all the time. When it comes on screen here, there's 2 shows that have done this for me. Game of Thrones and this one, where I care about the politics involved in everything. And it's written very well, and it's very interesting. So I love that. Look forward to seeing how it plays out. Naomi, we'll see what comes of her. We didn't see anything from Bobby this episode. We didn't see anything from Marcos or Kamina this episode. So this was in this show in the past has also bounced around to a lot of topics, because we had so many things to touch on. I feel like it's in this season, it's somewhat condensed, where it's 2 or 3 things in the span of an episode, and then the next episode maybe we'll bounce to or introduce something a little bit more, and we'll bounce around a little bit less. It seems even more focused, and that's not me harping on it, or me taking away a point or anything. That's just me praising the show again. So great job in that aspect, and I like how they're doing it. So what we're gonna get in this episode. I don't know if we're gonna be right back here dealing with things with Murtry and Lucia and everybody we are Christian, or if we're just gonna be solely with Marcos, if he's gonna get his own episode. Like I said, I don't know how I'm gonna react if we get any type of interaction with Philip. How I'll react if and I assume we will, when we get a face-to-face with Naomi and Marco. I imagine pretty shortly she'll find out that he's in their possession, but I don't know when that face-to-face will actually happen. But I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys are too. I know you've already seen it, but hopefully you're looking forward to my reaction to it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, share it if you want to. I'll be back for episode 6. Make sure you're down in the comment section introducing yourself if you're someone new. If you're not, just say hi as always. Make sure you stay chill. Love you guys. Catch you in the next one. Deuces. Stay chill.